We move on to the next subtopic of your second chapter, that is literacy. So let's just get into it. Literacy is an important component to empower the society. So being educated, having a population, having citizens, having a large number of citizens of the country who are educated is very important for the empowerment of the society, for the development, for the betterment of the society. The more literate the population, the more conscious is the population. So this means is that the more educated the people, the more conscious, the more aware people become about things and about different situations of the country. They become more conscious politically, economically, culturally. They will know more things when they are educated. Literacy makes people aware about proper health. They become aware. They will know how to take proper care of themselves, how to stay clean. They will learn about sanitation, right? They will learn about living in a clean environment. Literacy levels in India have increased after independence. So it is after independence, after 1947, that the number of literate people have been increasing in India. Almost two-thirds of India's population is literate. Okay, please remember these. So definition of a literate: any person of age 7 and above. So literacy rate is counted from age 7 and above, who can read and write a simple passage in any language with understanding is called literate. So being able to read and write a simple passage in any language, any person above the age of 7 can be considered to be literate. Okay, so literacy rate in India varies on the basis of gender across regions and across social groups. So there is gender gap in terms of literacy rates. Okay, so female literacy rate is lower than that of male. Also, although it has been growing. Follow the table 4. The literacy rate for women according to 2011 census is 64.6%, whereas for male is 80.9%, a gap of 16.3%. So here you can clearly see that female literacy is much lesser in comparison to that of male according to the recent census of 2011. However, female literacy has been increasing faster than male literacy. But now you can see how there are more females in a classroom in comparison to male. There are a lot of females studying, doing higher studies in comparison to male. So female literacy rate has been increasing in comparison to male, although earlier it was lesser. Although it has not been more than male, but then it has been increasing. The rates has been increasing more than male literacy rate. Okay, so between 2001 to 2011, female literacy it grew by 10.4%, whereas the male literacy grew by 7.6%. See, the female literacy is growing at a faster rate in comparison to male literacy, because the society is being educated, because parents are being educated and they know that education is necessary for their female child as well in comparison to male child. Earlier, most of the male child was sent to school, whereas female child they were kept at home to work, to help their parents, to help their mother in the kitchen. For instance, earlier in our neighborhood, this Muslim family, they had a son and a daughter, where the son was sent to an English medium school and the daughter, she was sent to I think it is a Nepali medium school. So like, English is very important to learn, right? I'm not saying that Nepali based schools are not good, but then English, studying in an English medium school is always a better advantage. So when I was quite small that time, and I asked her mother, like, why is the son studying in English medium school and why is she going to a convent school, Nepali medium school? And what she said was that her daughter is going to get married off, and she doesn't have to study much also, because all she has to do is cook. Kitchen is the main place for her, whereas the son has to go out, earn for the family. That's why he's going to a better school in comparison to the daughter. So I think that is a very bad mentality, and currently that kind of mentality has been declining, at least to some point, if not totally, right? And that is not a good thing to do. The total literacy grew by 8% between 2001 to 2011. So, between 2001 to 2011, the female literacy grew by 10.4, more than that of male literacy, which was 7.6%, and total literacy grew by 8% in the same period. Okay, so there is also regional variation, caste-based variation regarding literacy in India. So regionally there is variation in literacy rate. For example, here the last point, Kerala has achieved like a close to universal literacy rate, that is 93.91%, whereas Bihar is far behind. So regionally there is difference. Bihar has 63.82%. And here caste based variation means there is a thing that scheduled caste people, scheduled tribe people, they are dominated, they are discriminated, and they do not have proper opportunity to get literate. So maybe that was earlier, all the tribals did not have the opportunity to go to school, but all of this was earlier. But now the scenario is different. But like, we live in a town, or we live in city, or we live in an advanced area, or quite developing area. That's why we think that all of this caste based variations, it does not take place. Even the SC/ST are quite forward, yes, because you go to banks, you go to government sectors, like 85% or 90% of the workers in the government sector are ST/SC due to reservations. They still feel that the SCs and STs are discriminated, and they have, and like here in your text it is mentioned that SC/ST, the scheduled caste, the scheduled tribe, they have low literacy rate, but I don't think so that is true. But I am limiting my view only to my area, or the areas I think are developed or developing. But if you go back, or if you go to remotest of the villages, remotest of the districts, you will see all of this are still very much prevalent. Like in Bihar, there is a large number of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe. Bihar has like a very much population, a very big population of the SCs and the STs. So see, the literacy rate is low in comparison to Kerala, which has 93.91%. Okay, so all these variations are still prevalent, but we should not just limit our view to our area or the developing areas of our country. Okay, so please you all go through your text as well. We will continue soon.